I tell you what, you look forward to the first game of a new season and they deliver that pile of shit. Hello everybody and welcome back to Very Biased Opinions. It's time for a review of another Oxford United game. It is the first game in the League One season. It is Lincoln City versus Oxford United. So I won't bore you with all the stuff about how I live in Lincoln and I can't go to the game, yada yada yada. You've heard that all from me. Let's just jump straight into team news. So for Oxford, Liam Kelly comes in instead of Alex Goran. It's very weird to see an Oxford team sheet without Goran in it. But he got slightly injured against MK Dons last weekend, so Kelly makes a step up. Good to see how he's going to get on. Sam Long keeps his place at right back. One I was quite surprised at. I thought Claire would come in for him in this one, but yeah, quite happy with that. New signing, Winnell is not fit, which isn't a great sign, but hopefully he'll be back in contention very soon. Very good signing, that one. Looking forward to seeing him play. And also Carl Robinson did sign that 4-year contract, so all very positive going into this one from Oxford United point of view. Very interested to see this Lincoln side as well. Michael Appleton's made a lot of signings. Lewis Montsma, Adam Jackson, James Jones and Conor McGrandles. All new signings that are making their league debut this afternoon. Really looking forward to seeing Lewis Montsma play at centre-back. He's a guy that they talked about being a really excellent signing and really impressed that they were able to get him. So I'm interested to see how they go and interested to see how Appleton's style matches up against Robinson's. So it is the first game of the season. It is going to be a good test for both sides. I'm expecting it to be quite a good game. Let's see how we go. Well, I was expecting it to be quite a good game, but it's not what I got. It was a good game from a Lincoln point of view. It was an awful game from an Oxford point of view. This is not the start to the season that any of us wanted. It ended up being Lincoln City 2, Oxford United 0. So a lousy result and a pretty lousy performance for Oxford first game up. Pretty much shades of what we saw at Barnsley a couple of seasons ago, where things didn't start well and they steadily got worse as the game went on. It actually, the first few minutes, it felt like it was going to be a pretty open game with both sides able to create some space and get some good crosses into the box. But it was Lincoln who took the lead after 7 minutes, and it was Rob Atkinson who, I have to say, did make the mistake for the goal. He was trying to pass the ball out from defence, played a ball through midfield, easily cut out from Lincoln. They broke really well. Oxford didn't defend it really well, I must say. Ball came in from the right. Scully got ahead of Long at the back post, delivered a really good header down. Eastwood could do nothing about it. Not great from an Oxford point of view, not great from Atkinson, but, you know, that happens. That does, you know, young players are going to make mistakes. Oxford 1-0 down, worst possible start. Let's see how we get on from that. It was a first half that never got going from Oxford. They were so poor. Everything that I talked about or have been talking about for a while, going back to the playoffs of, okay, we're all right in possession, but are we creating chances, was fully evident in this one, especially in the first half. Oxford, yeah, knocking it around okay, looking pretty comfortable, but not creating any chances. We didn't have any shots on goal. We didn't look dangerous from set pieces. And even though they only had a third of the possession, every time Lincoln got forward, they looked way more dangerous than us. Very, very quick at getting the ball out wide or getting the ball forward. It didn't look like they had to do much to get in behind or turn our defence to create chances. And we actually needed Eastwood to make a good save at the end of the first half as well. Lincoln's game plan, they got that early goal and they surrendered right back into their half. I'm not saying it was a bad thing. It was a tactic that worked really well for them. And they just really snuffed out any opportunity for Oxford. There was like times where Oxford had the ball in midfield and Lincoln were putting like 6 or 7 bodies right back, even in their penalty area. It was impossible for Oxford to create anything, and they didn't even really look like they were going to do that, which was really worrying signs. Hopefully we'd find a little bit of luck or a little bit of something to come out of this one with a draw in the second half. And it did get slightly better from Oxford's point of view. They were okay in the second half. Again, it was like similar to the first half of Oxford, getting the possession but not really creating much. Although we did start to create more things in the second half. A lot of it came from distance shooting. A lot of that came from Brannigan. He actually made the goalie make a couple of decent saves. Again, Lincoln, though, they did look the more... I want to say the more likely, but they looked the more dangerous when they got the ball forward. And indeed, you felt a second goal would kill it, and that's exactly what happened. Tom Hopper up front, who worked tirelessly, he won a free kick. It was a debatable free kick off Elliot Moore, and it was a simple free kick to give away a goal from, I must admit. It was just an easy ball swung in, huge spaces for the defenders to run into. 2 defenders are marked, free header, headed it down, simple goal from Jackson. Again, Eastwood could do nothing about it, but that is a real worry that Oxford have conceded. If you conclude the Wimbledon game as well, 3 sloppy goals now, where they could have defended them a hell of a lot better. Really need to improve from a defensive point of view, because you just cannot have these games where we're really struggling to create and score chances and we just make it too easy for the opposition. In fact, Oxford actually looked a little bit better when they did make subs. When Joel Cooper came on for his league debut, he actually looked like he wanted to create and make things happen. It was a poor performance by McGuane in midfield. Again, that's 2 not great performances for him. But when Dan Adji came on, again, it's someone who actually just wants to drive the game forward and actually run at people. And I actually thought Sean Clare did that as well when he came on. He actually wanted to actually run with the ball and take people on. And because of that, Oxford did create some chances. And we just felt that if you could have got one, we might have been able to get back into the game. And the chances did come. There was one notable chance at the end where Taylor had a good strike at goal. Palmer made a great save. It came to Sykes. You thought he'd just be able to tap him, but Palmer again made another fantastic save to keep Oxford out, and that really snuffed out the last of what Oxford's hopes were in this match. And the game really did fizzle out after that, and actually did get worse from an Oxford United point of view. A couple of things that you really didn't want to happen. Ruffles went down with a shoulder injury and had to go off. He's such an important player for us, especially, you know, he's one of these guys that just ticks on and gets on with it and just plays so consistent game in, game out. The fact we're not going to have him now is really just means we're going to be putting square pegs in round holes. Don't know how long he's injured for. Hopefully it's not too long. And Rob Atkinson's debut, unfortunately, in the league ended really poorly. Not only did he make a mistake for the goal, I actually thought he played all right after that and actually looked pretty good, certainly like creating, running forward. But he made a late lunge. Lincoln broke in, looked like they could have got a 3rd goal. He made a late lunge on the edge of the box and caught the attacker and got a straight red card. I didn't know whether it was a straight red or a second booking, but either way, that's him suspended, that's him out. Disappointing debut for him, actually pretty poor debut for him, I must say, in that regard. And that just really summed up a miserable and a shocking opening day of the season for Oxford United. Where do we go from here? Well, you know, the games come thick and fast. We've got League Cup action on Tuesday and then another game at the weekend. Myself and Thomas might be live streaming that game on Tuesday. Depends on whether we can both work it out. So please join us for that. But it just makes me think, and it's something that Tom said on one of our videos, that teams have started to figure Oxford out a little bit. They know, certainly if they go 1-0 up against us, it comes very, very hard for Oxford to score. Very, very hard for Oxford to create. Certainly when teams are very organised and disciplined like Lincoln were. And it was a very un-Appleton-like performance and team, I must admit, where they were just able to just sit in their shape so effectively and then just hit Oxford with the limited possession that they had. Certainly something Oxford have got to work on. It's an awful start, I've got to say. It's a bad performance and a bad result. It's not great. We just need to hopefully this isn't going to be a lingering thing. We have seen that we've not been the best starters of league seasons under Robinson's campaign, but hopefully things will get better. Robinson did talk pre-match about players he wants to bring in. He wants to bring in another winger. He might be forced to bring in another left-back now, depending on how long Ruffles is out, but we will see. Usually end this by saying enjoy, Oxford fans, but obviously we can't enjoy it tonight, but that will just about do it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give this video a thumbs up. It helps us out so much on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button and hit the notify bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. There's also Amazon affiliate links and Audible affiliate links down in the description. If you're buying anything on Amazon, just give that link a click. It helps us out with a little small commission. It's a small click for you, but it helps us out very much. So once again, not a great result today, Oxford fans, but we'll come back on Tuesday and hope for something better in the League Cup against Watford, and I will see you very soon.